Hey everyone, this is Joel over at 10 Finger Turnings. Thanks for tuning in to this short little video on the C8 Technologies 2.5 gallon pressure pot for casting. Zach Higgins over at NV Woodworks has done a great video on assembly and additional items that you'll need to purchase to get this pot ready for casting. However, the pot that he used has some slightly different configurations to it than the one that I received just about a week and a half ago. And I just want to go over those real quick in case there's a little confusion of what people will find when they open the box. So hang on, I'll get the camera turned around and we'll get started. Okay, so there it is, my 2.5 gallon C8 Technologies Casting Edition pressure pot. I've got it fully assembled and pressurized at the moment, checking on leaks. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to go over some of the differences in the pot that I received about a week and a half ago or so versus the pot that you see Zach Higgins prepping and assembling for casting in his video, which is extremely informative. I highly suggest you check it out. It has all of the parts listed. He lists all the parts needed to complete assembly so that you can get your compressor hooked up and begin casting in this pot. It's well built, very sturdy. I can't wait to finish mounting it and using it for my casting. So, without much more delay, I appreciate you hanging out. The most notable difference between the pot Zach prepped and the one that they are shipping out now, which is the casting edition, if you look on the identifying label right down here, they have this small C stamped right up below the manufacturer year, and they have also notated the model number. I'm gonna guess that the C stands for casting, which they leave out some parts and they have added others. Zach's video, to start off with, the area of the air release valve, which is this silver portion. The air release valve is a thumb screw that is clockwise, counterclockwise in operation to release pressure from the chamber. His is coming straight up out of the top of the pot. This version, they have added this 90-degree coupler and have decided to mount the pressure gauge on top in this location. The previous location that Zach's pot had was the pressure gauge was mounted on top of the regulator. They have removed it from here. They have put a hex plug in its place to close off this hole. This area is still capped off as normal. Below, as you move onto the coupler into the pot itself, is a quarter-turn ball valve, which is another addition that they've made. Some really nice positive additions, things that you don't have to purchase to get this ready to go. You still need to purchase a 90-degree elbow. I have a 1/4-inch female 90 and a 1/4-inch male compressor plug where my compressor plugs into. As long as it doesn't matter how you configure this has to be female. You can have a male and a female if that's what you like or that's what you have. But as long as there's a female to plug into the regulator, doesn't matter as long as it holds air. As you move down, you'll notice I have a 1/4-inch male female straight connector instead of the swivel valve that comes from the factory. That swivel valve is this guy right here, and what mounts on the bottom of the swivel valve inside the chamber is the air deflector or air diffuser. As you charge the chamber with air, the diffuser will send the air coming in left and right instead of straight down. One of the problems I experienced off the bat was that the area of the threads was where I was getting some leaks initially. I was able to fix those leaks by removing it, wrapping it with Teflon. When I got everything back together and repressurized the chamber, my leaks were now coming from the joint area. I have done everything that I could think of, including I went to the hardware store, I got a little O-ring and stuck that down. I have that down inside, and that still is not stopping that leak from coming out in this area. And it's a big enough leak that if you were using liquid diamonds, or you were using Royal Palm and needed to be pressurized, even though you don't need to pressurize with those products, but if you still pressurize with those products and you needed it to sit for quite a while, the leak was significant enough that it would not stay at at your pressure for the time that you need for your resin to cure. So those are the biggest differences. There's some positives. Like I said, I'm gonna get in contact with the company the first available business day I can, which will be Monday, to see if they can send me out a replacement and see if I can get this worked out. Other than that, I seem to be holding pressure. Look forward to getting some casting done with this with the new pot. Upgrading from my previous pot, which was a Harbor Freight. I didn't have too many issues with it, but the wing nuts were starting to get a little tight and sticky, and I've had some problems getting my castings in on time because I couldn't get the bolts tightened down. Appreciate you watching and hanging out with me this afternoon. If you liked the video and you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to get notification for new videos coming out, just hit the subscribe button to the right. If you'd like to drop me an email, my address is 10fingerturnings@gmail.com. I'm also active on Instagram and Facebook. You can check out the stuff that's coming out of my shop currently. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you next time.